Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing on this great Tuesday morning? Hopefully you're doing well. Morning's off to a good start. You got some coffee, you got some breakfast, you ready to settle on into some sports and some sports betting talk as well. You got Champions League, leg number 2 in the quarterfinal matches going on today, and then a nice big MLB slate accompanied by NHL and NBA playoffs. So that's some good stuff going on right now. Let's make sure we, of course, recap yesterday, see how it all unfolded. And then let's talk some soccer and all those other kind of fun sports that we just alluded to right there. So as you can see right there, we went 2-3 or 2-2.5, however you looked at it. One of those losses was for a half unit, so and down a little bit on the day, basically juiced out right there. Boy, it felt like what could have been there, fellas, especially when you get that dramatic cash there in Leeds, Liverpool, and a game in which if you didn't watch and you just look at the box score and you see that there's 7 goals when the final score was 6-1 Liverpool, you would assume we cruised to a nice easy cash of getting 2+ goals in that first half, but that was not the case whatsoever. You know, you guys put the bet together just like I do, and you think, okay, give me a goal by minute 20, I'm good. Well, I watched a lot of the match. I watched the whole first half. When I got to minute 20, I was starting to sweat. I was starting to sweat really bad because I hadn't seen anything from either team that made me think that there was going to be 2 goals being scored in that first half. There were chances, and I was glorifying how good those chances looked just because I was holding on to a bet that I wanted goals. But if you weren't holding on to a bet where you wanted goals, then, yeah, you were like, that's kind of a shitty half. Then, okay, let's just get a goal by minute 30. Nope, no goal by minute 30. Thankfully, in the 35th minute, we did go ahead and get a goal, and now the sweat's on. Now it's fun, right? You got a plus money bet. You just need 1 goal in the last 10 minutes, and then you get it. 4 minutes later, you get a goal there by Salah, and quite frankly, we're lucky. And what I mean by that, what we're lucky is any other player that has that opportunity to, have that shot, and they're not going to score. I mean, it fell to Salah. It fell to his left foot, and he was able to put it in the upper 90. Nobody else on Liverpool has a left foot like that. So fell to the right player in that situation, and we got a great cash. Felt good to cash a soccer bet. Not only to cash a soccer bet, that wasn't some minus 130, minus 140 crap. That was plus 138. And that one felt really good to go ahead and get that in a nice dramatic fashion. That's what I meant. It felt like maybe you could, have one of these big days. It feels like we've been knocking on the door to just haven't been able to quite kick that door down. Maybe today can be that day, but yesterday wasn't. Marlins didn't treat us well. We needed them to keep the Giants under 2.5 runs scored through the first 5 innings. Second inning, back-to-back doubles, scores a run. In the third inning, he gave up some hard hit balls as well off his fastball that gave up a couple runs, so missed that one on the hook, while the Red Sox did stay under. And then the Marlins, obviously, on the F5 run line. They couldn't quite come through for us. They lost through the first 5 innings, 3-1. Came back and won the game. I talked about that on the payoff pitch, so I didn't want that Marlins bullpen. I wanted Luzardo. That's the guy I wanted to back. And unfortunately, lost that fastball there in those couple of innings and gave up some runs. But George Springer, he also did not steal a base yesterday. Can't steal a base if you don't get your ass on base. He had 3 at-bats, couldn't get on base on either one. And then the manager started pulling players early as the Astros jumped all over the Blue Jays, and he was one of the players that got pulled early and sent for an early shower. But thankfully, Simeon did come through at a good plus money cash, over 1.5 total bases. The exact same bet as last week, the same player, the same opponent, and the same pitcher that he kills throughout his career. Yeah, we ran back last week's winner at plus money and got another good plus money cash right there. So, again, down on the day, going 2-3, losing a little bit there on the juice, and we did scrape up some arbitrage money. Good day to, we rolled over some money on into Monday, into this week, and then we added to it. So, look for an NBA same-game parlay tonight, risk-free over DraftKings. We'll, of course, put one together for $10. And then if it misses, we'll obviously get a $10 free bet back. That's all I've got though today on the show. All my bets today are going to be in baseball. I don't have any Champions League bets today. I've actually, DraftKings has 2 Champions League boosts that you have to use on today's game. I already went ahead and arbitraged them and made a few bucks. I'm not interested in jumping into these, how I see these 2 games unfolded. I think Napoli is going to be able to turn this around and come back. Osimhen, he's going to be back in the lineup today. He's going to start. You could look for him to possibly score a goal at plus money. Every team has struggled with his size and physicality, throughout this entire season, and Milan has, generally been no different. So I look for him to possibly score a goal. I do look for Napoli to overturn that deficit and qualify for the semifinals. And then the other game, Chelsea and Real Madrid, boy, Chelsea looked really bad up against Brighton. And I was curious what Frank Lampard was actually going to say in his press conference to the media after the game. And he didn't hold back. What I saw with my eyes was a shitty team that was given no effort, couldn't win a second ball, couldn't win a tackle. Yeah, he went off, I think, by Frank Lampard's standards, because when he was the previous manager at Chelsea, he never, went off. He kind of went at his players there in that press conference and calling them out for their lack of shitty effort, couldn't win a second ball, couldn't win a tackle. You can't back Chelsea in any fashion. And then for Real Madrid, well, we've already seen this unfold in the second leg, right? What did they do against Liverpool when they felt like they were comfortable? They just shut it down and play good defense, and you ain't getting anything past Courtois. And we cashed under 2.5 goals. Maybe you could look at another under 2.5. I think a better angle would be to live bet that sucker. And once Real Madrid scores the first goal, and you already got a Chelsea team that's, on their third manager, they look like they're about as disinterested as hell. Once Real Madrid jumps up to a 1-0 lead, if that were to happen, I think you could live bet Real Madrid team total, and Chelsea's just going to just fold and give in, and then Real Madrid will just kind of run riot on them and probably get 2-3 more goals in the fashion. So I'll lay off that. I'll certainly lay off that, but that's how I kind of see those two games unfolding today is in the Champions League of the quarterfinals. Yeah, maybe we do pull off a live bet. I'll be sitting there watching it, and it all comes down to when Real Madrid can get that first goal. Obviously, whether they can cover then an over 1.5 team total or an over 2.5 team total. So it'll come. It's not going to come too early. The crowd will obviously help Chelsea out and keep them in it for 10, 15, 20 minutes, but Real Madrid is Real Madrid, and Chelsea's been playing like shit. So I get nothing encouragement out of Chelsea these days to make me think that they can go ahead and get it done. So that's all we're going to go ahead and roll with, though. Again, no soccer today, and we are going to cook up a little same-game parlay. Obviously, a plethora of baseball bets have already been tweeted. I can go ahead and actually rifle those out for the viewing audience here. And then I've actually added some to it as well on the payoff pitch. One of them is going to be a shocker. One of them is going to be a Chris Bubik shocker. You guys are going to be like, no, am I really going to tail this? Come along for the ride. I'm going to go ahead and run back Lance Lynn under 6.5 Ks and Matthew Boyd over 1.5 walks. We tried to get those plays in yesterday, but obviously those games got rained out. Give me that Braves F5 team total over 1.5. Give me that Marlins F5 team total over 1.5 and Cubs F5 team total over 2.5. Those are already out on Twitter, and I'm going to add, I think, 2 more to it over during the course of the payoff pitch is what I've got planned, if I recall correctly. So, all right, that's what we'll do. Good morning, Corey. Good morning to Gent. Good morning, Tim. Hope you're doing well, fellas. You cashed 30-1 on Jaren Jackson, Defensive Player of the Year. Yeah, my man. God damn. Hit that like button, fellas. Gent coming through with a 30-1 future banger. The second to youngest player to ever win Defensive Player of the Award. You couldn't see that coming. Nice work, Gent. That's good stuff, man. That is really good stuff right there. Nice 30-1 hit. I am going to hit... I've got this crazy parlay I can show you. I'm gonna hit 1 out of 4 legs. Let me see. Let me log into FanDuel right now. Oh, by the way, there's no money to give away on today's show. I know I told you I was gonna make a parlay, but the games I was interested, my favorite leans from Rapid Fire, the games got rained out. So we didn't lose the parlay. We just didn't make the parlay. So I put together oh, it's already been settled because here it is. I put together a $10 bet. I went Embiid to win the MVP. That's going to be the leg that's going to hit. I did Kawhi to be Defensive Player of the Year. Way off right there. I was 65-1. Yours, obviously, a lot better hit. I did Zion to be Most Improved Player because he's always going to be up for that because he misses so many goddamn games due to injury. Well, unfortunately, he misses way too many goddamn games due to injury this season, so he's not going to be the Most Improved Player. And then I did Jaden Ivey to be the Rookie of the Year, that Detroit Pistons player. I don't know if that one's going to hit or not. I don't follow NBA that closely to know if he was the best rookie, but maybe I get 2 out of 4. 2 out of 4 wouldn't be too bad. But anyways, that was like a $10 future to win all the money from FanDuel. It was like $10 to win like 90 grand or some shit like that. There's a lot of, but anyways, yeah, hopefully we can put together a parlay today, and then we can give away some money on tomorrow's show based off our leans on Rapid Fire there on the payoff pitch live at 11 a.m. Eastern time. You guys got any questions on soccer? You guys got any question on baseball? You want to go ahead and fire them in? I can hang here for a couple minutes, and then I'll go find us a Hockey Squirrel and see what he's up to. I did hit my favorite underdog yesterday on the payoff pitch. I gave you guys Arizona Diamondbacks. That one cashed. I gave you guys my favorite NRFI of the day yesterday in Giants Marlins. That NRFI cashed. So the leans were pretty good. Hang around to the payoff pitch. I know I talk more than what I officially give out. I give out tons of leans, and I don't track the leans by any stretch, but just off the top of my head, I do know my underdog hit and my NRFI hit yesterday. So those were a good couple lean hits yesterday. So yeah. Anybody got anything? Jarrett Jackson, 30-1. Wow, what a hit. What a hit. That's a good hit. Even if you put $10 on that, you scooped up $300. I mean, that's a damn good hit. I bet you did put probably at least $10 on it. So I would say you put a few $100 in your pocket. That's good work. That is good work. Love to see that from our community. Love to see it. All right, fellas. Let's go find ourselves a Hockey Squirrel and let's talk some baseball. We've got several double headers today due to yesterday's rain out, so should be a fun time on the Payoff Pitch. Hang tight. Sit back for about 9 minutes. Enjoy the beats. Let me know what you think about these beats, by the way. And yeah, we'll come back with you guys. All right, fellas. Hey there, fellas. Welcome on to today's episode here of the Payoff Pitch, live every single day at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, powered by Bet Openly. If you haven't gotten over to Bet Openly yet, there's a link down in this video description. Hop on over and check them out where you win more and lose less over at Bet Openly. Let's go ahead and grab a squirrel. Obviously, the software is not popping him in appropriately like it should. There he is, and rocking that Marlins hat again. I can see. Good morning, squirrel.
Hey, Minnesota Marlins, yeah. It's you can see the South Star there.
The South Star, right. All right, well, the Marlins pissed me off yesterday twice. They're losing 2 bets for me.
Oh.
They need to come back and be good to us today. What's on your mind in quick hits, opening thoughts?
More rain delays. More rain delays is just really irritating to me.
Yeah, nothing like putting in those hours of work, right, just for the game to be wiped out.
Right. Yeah, that's how it's been going. But yeah, I think for my official bets, I went 3 wins, 1 loss, and then a rain delay. So postponement, rather, not even just a delay. It was just didn't even play. So 3-1 really for the official bets yesterday. So that's fine.
Yeah, even the viewing audience got a hockey winner out of you yesterday. That over 6.5 and Kings Oilers came through in overtime. Love it.
Yeah, it was a little bit sketchy. I mean, there was a minute left to get that third goal for the Kings, and it came through. So 3-3 is all we needed there. But I might sneak another one in there today if you're gonna wait till the end of the episode here. So.
All right, cool. Well, let's jump on into it. Let's just start off with round the bases here in the second inning, where we each take a couple games and break them down, provide a lean or a pick along the way. I guess you got to wait till the end of the show to find out if it's a lean or a pick. But what do you want to go ahead and kick off the show with?
I'm going to try to do a first 5 and go over, which is the highest first 5 I've ever done in my life. And I think you already know where I'm going. It's the highest total on the board today with Urena. And that's in Colorado. It's a right-handed pitcher that the Rockies are going against, but I don't think it really matters too much at all with the stats that these guys are showing us. You see Urena with a career-long, 5 ERA. It's horrible.
Right.
He just gets, and the team's almost fitting, right? I mean, he plays for the Rockies, and he gets rocked. It's just so fitting for him. So it's over 7, though, for the first 5 innings. But you got to expect at least 3 or 4 runs from both guys here. At least I certainly would. Another thing that has been happening a lot that I don't remember seeing quite as much in previous seasons is these first inning blowouts. Have you been seeing some of these? They're 7 to 9 runs, 10, 11 runs. I mean, the Twins have done it. I saw it happen yesterday. I don't remember the particular teams, but man, you just look at some of these games. You see 9 runs in the top of the first inning.
Teams. You're talking about one of them right now. It's those Pittsburgh Pirates that whooped that left-handed starter Kyle Freeland yesterday. They put a dozen up on his ass yesterday. So yeah, your over could be hit by the Pirates. I mean, they hit right-handers better than left-handers, and they smoked Kyle Freeland yesterday.
Sure.
No, I like that pick right there. I mean,
I'll do that.
Fade Urena till the cows come home. I like it right there. All right, how about we hop on over to San Diego and talk some Braves and talk some Padres right here, where we really want to target Braves and what they do against left-handed pitching. I mean, they hit .313, which is 3rd best in the ML. They have an .847 OPS, which is 4th best in the NL. They just saw Blake Snell on April 6th. Hell, they got 4 runs off of him in 3.2 innings pitched, including 1 home run. Snell, he's allowed every opponent this season to get 3 or more runs off of him. His longest outing is only 5 innings pitched, and he has a .327 opponent's batting average. I mean, we know what this guy does. He's going to overpower you with strikeouts, but he's going to bring together a ton of walks along the way as well. I mean, hell, he's already walked 10 batters in 13 innings pitched. That's trouble when this FI team total is 1.5, which I don't know why it's 1.5 given how well they hit left-handers and the success they had off him basically last week. You get 1 walk and a home run, which is very doable for this Atlanta Braves lineup. Shocked this isn't 2.5 in plus money or around plus money. So at 1.5, it's an absolute no-brainer to back the Atlanta Braves today up against Blake Snell. So that's one game. What's another game for you?
Speaking of the Braves, I'll do the same game, but at a different angle there. You talked about Strider and Blake Snell. I would only be a little bit concerned that Blake Snell, with his walks, would allow people on base, which could bring in runs. The first 5 innings is juiced to the over. So I went with the full game under 7.5 in the Braves and Padres. You expect strikeouts from both of these guys, but 3.5 feels a bit scary, and to go under 3.5 in the first 5 innings is, plus money. It's juiced pretty hard to the over in the first five. So I just took the risk there that whatever bullpens come in after Strider and Snell, this game would stay under 7.5.
Nice. And your Max Fried got there yesterday. You got your 4Ks in 5 innings pitched. I love that right there.
Yeah, I was happy about that.
All right, let's see if we can't get the Marlins to come through for us yesterday. Tripped us up yesterday, but they get a left-hander today in Alex Wood, and this is where they really shine for his left-hand. He's hitting .295 with a 16.5 K percentage. That's a lot of contact. They don't bring much power to the plate, but they're putting the bat on the ball, which I can go ahead and live with and love that. Alex Wood, opening day start was a bit rough. Bounced back against the Dodgers, but if you look at his number, his baseball card, he's due for some negative regression, even though he is coming off a good outing. I mean, a guy that career, opponent's batting average is 250. It's about 226, this season. He's going to get roughed up. This Marlins team, you owe us one. Hell, you owe us a couple, actually, but we'll go ahead and take one today and maybe look to get that other one later. So go ahead and take that Marlins F5 team total. They should put a lot of contact on Alex Wood's soft stuff. I think they'll go ahead and get a couple runs in the process through the first five. So that's how we'll do it there. Time to shut up and pitch and give these guys some pitching props. Who are you targeting today on the mound?
One guy I liked was, I like the Blue Jays on the money line, but also to go along with it, I like Chris Bassett to go over 4.5 strikeouts. I know that the Astros are a little bit middle of the road in terms of strikeout percentage, so they're not anything like the Tigers or the Giants or anything like that. But you are getting plus 120 with a projection of about 5 strikeouts. This is something that Bassett has done in 2 of his 3 starts here. The first game he got absolutely rocked, but he's been good since then anyway, or the last 2 games. But really it comes down to a projection of 5, and I'm getting plus 120 on that. So really, again, more about the numbers, more about the modeling than anything, but it's certainly something he's capable of.
I like that one right there. What about Chris Sale? When you hear Chris Sale, what are you thinking there, Squirrel? A tail or a fade with Chris Sale? What are you thinking? Chris Sale's on the mound today.
Huh? To do what, though?
I'm going to tail this guy. I think I'm going to tail this guy over 15.5 outs at plus 115. I think he's going to give the Red Sox a little bit of distance. Admittedly, he has not done that yet this season. He hasn't covered over 15.5 outs. Walks have been an issue. They've been driving up his pitch count, but to be fair, he's also been getting hit hard a little bit. But he's gone against the Rays, Orioles, and Tigers. All teams, like if you see them going up against a left-hander, you just throw your cash at. The Twins are not one of those. They hit 194 versus left-handers, which ranks 25th in the major leagues. They have a very high K percentage at 26.8% and a low walk percentage at 4.9. So Chris Sale's weakness, I don't think the Twins will be able to take advantage of that. If he can find the strike zone, take advantage of that high strikeout rate, obviously take advantage of then a low batting percentage. This is a guy that can go deep into this game. Look, the Twins F5 team total is at 2.5. I was going to gravitate towards taking the under the under 2.5, but if they hit the under 2.5, then he's going to pitch into the 6th inning. That means he's on it today. So I'll swap out a minus 150 bet for a plus 115 bet all the time. See if Chris Sale can't do it. See if he can't have himself his first good start of 2023 against a weak Twins lineup versus left-hander. So that's my only pitching prop today. You know, no other one for you?
Yeah, I have one other one.
Okay.
It's just that I don't know how deep this guy is going to go into the game, which is my scare. It's not that I don't think he can actually get there, but it is going to be backing the Marlins with Edward Cabrera. Over 5.5 strikeouts. He's expected to do 6.5, I believe, but or that would be the projection. But if you look at his game log, there's some games where he's only made it 2 or 3 innings. So getting 6 strikeouts in 2, I mean, is he going to retire 2 entire sides? Not real likely. But if you can get a game where he's going 5 or 6 innings, and get a strikeout per inning, I think that's more doable. So I think it really depends on how deep you're expecting him to go. But you get the Giants with the number 1 strikeout percentage at the plate. So, going along with your backing of the Marlins there, I think you could also do it in the pitcher.
Okay. All right. Fourth inning long shots. Favorite dog today on the board. Which is your favorite dog there, Squirrel?
Well, I kind of liked the Royals yesterday, which I'm glad I didn't take them at a plus 190, but it was a plus 190, and now today you get them all the way down at a plus 112 was the best price on the board that I was able to find them. Coming off of a shutout yesterday, they play Evaldi today, but I think that they can rebound off of that, and generally again, you find a team the day prior at plus 190, and now today they're plus 112. It's telling you something there in that line, and I believe Brad Keller will be going against Evaldi there. Again, not too much to tell you other than, the line and the projections and whatnot, but that's really the way I kind of do things. It's not really my opinion of, I think this. It's just more numerical values, but I think the Royals there stand a pretty good shot at small plus money.
All right, I'm going to see if I can hit my dog after hitting those Diamondbacks last night against the Cardinals. We were on the same pick today. I also had the Royals down here, so I like everything about it. Just to expand a little bit, man, you're going to go from trying to hit a little ping pong off Jacob deGrom versus a beach ball there for Nathan Eovaldi, and they smashed him. Remember, we cashed his over 5.5 strikeouts. Was it like 5 days ago in this last start? It's a rematch. The exact same thing 5 days ago. And he was just getting hit so hard. It was one of those ones where just please get to that 6th strikeout before you get yanked. He got crushed. There's no reason why the Royals can't do that again. Coming off a shutout. I like the Royals again today. That was my best dog today. So let's see if we both can hit that and stay hot this week on dogs. What about 5th inning? Keep swinging. Give some love to the hitters.
I got 2 pitching props to try to make up for my lack of batters today. So.
All right, I got a guy that can hit a home run. We know it's Dinger Tuesday, and you guys like to dabble in that. What about Yordan Alvarez? There are the Houston Astros. He's 4 for 10 off Chris Bassett, and 3 of those 4 hits have gone for home runs. So I think Yordan Alvarez could be a great candidate today to get a home run. If you want to look for guys that maybe can't get a hit today, Salvador Perez, he's 2 for 15 versus Eovaldi with 7 strikeouts. And Yasmani Grandal, the Chicago White Sox, he's 2 for 12 against Zach Wheeler. So you want to target Grandal in game 1. But usually in this scenario, when it's a doubleheader, he may not even play and may just play game 2. But if you do get him in the lineup versus Wheeler, I think he's a great one for an under 0.5 hit. 6th inning, it's a steal. What do you got today on your card that's just got to bet it's a steal?
I'll give you a really good coming to a stretch that you can actually bet. I try to not give out things that are unachievable anymore. But when we talk about it's a steal, that's just your best play in terms of value or beating the closing line value. And I'm doing that in 2 spots on 2 different totals. It's this early game with Hunter Gaddis and Matthew Boyd to go over. I think I have 8.5 and it's 9 now. So that one we got in on this morning. And then the other one is, I know it was another over. I think it was this Giants and Marlins over 8. And it's minus 125 now for that over 8. So in terms of closing line value, again, getting in early, that's what you want to do. If you're a data modeler, do this 2 or 3 p.m. the day before the games start. Otherwise, get up early and start watching lines 6, 7, 8 a.m. here. It's really how you catch it. And if you want me to do that for you, check out the Discord channel that I have at hockeysquirrel.com for lots of early line value. But those are my 2 steals, I guess. If I probably wouldn't try to go over 9 now, or if you're wanting to pay the minus 125, you're just paying a lot more juice for that Giants game.
Well, I certainly like that. And Ryan in the chat, he was asking about that Guardians-Tigers game in game 1. I gravitated more towards the F3 just because the Tigers actually have a decent bullpen and the Guardians have a real strong bullpen. But I think both Gaddis and Boyd get hit hard. I mean, Gaddis's numbers are just real bad. And Boyd, there's a lot of Guardians that got some good numbers off him, including Jose Ramirez, who we obviously tried to play yesterday from a hitting prop. So, yeah, I like the over in that one. That's one where, you kind of always talk about correlation. Once you're on an over, I think the Cardinals or the Tigers can maybe even pull out the win in game 1 against Hunter Gaddis. So, but certainly give me an over right there. For my steal, of course, it's the NRFI of the day. Hit yesterday's NRFI in Giants Marlins. Let's see if we can't do that again today in Twins Red Sox. I already told you why I like Chris Sale up against a weak left-handed hitting lineup in the Minnesota Twins. And I like Sonny Gray. He's been clean in 3 starts, and the Red Sox don't hit right-handers. They're only hitting .214, which ranks 28th in the major league. So I'm going to go ahead and take Twins Red Sox. You can get it at -114. So a rare NRFI where you kind of get some good stats, and you don't have to pay a ton of juice at -114. So Twins Red Sox will cash the NRFI of the day. Coming to a stretch. Best bet of the day. What's your best bet today?
I'm also on that full game under in the Twins and Red Sox. I don't think I mentioned that one, but I got that under 9, and it's -120 now. So, okay. Best bet of the day for myself is something that you can still bet, something you can still go out and get. It's not in baseball. It's in the hockey playoffs. It's going to be the Colorado Avalanche on the 60-minute line. So this means they have to win the game in regulation. It's also represented as the 3-way money line. Just means the game can't go to overtime. So if they lose outright, doesn't really matter. You just saved yourself 70 cents of juice, as they're -200 on the normal money line. -130 is what you can grab for the 60-minute line. I wouldn't be totally surprised if they just sweep them 4-0. I don't think the Kraken stand any chance whatsoever. I gave out a free parlay yesterday, actually. You can probably get it even better now that the Oilers lost in overtime, which was unfortunate. I took the series price on the Colorado Avalanche and the Edmonton Oilers. I parlayed both of those together for pretty much even odds. I like the Oilers to advance pretty deep into the playoffs here, and obviously the Colorado Avalanche as well. So -130 for that. You just need to get the win in regulation, and I don't see any problem doing that, especially in Colorado.
All right, love that right there. What about my best bet today? I'm going to do Cubs. I'm going to target that F5 team total. Cubs #1 in hitting left-handers, hit .347, like smashing left-handed pitching. They slug .525, which is 3rd best, and their OPS is 2nd best at .908. This Cubs team, get on board with their offense. Maybe not the pitching staff, and maybe not even that bullpen, but get on board from backing this offense. They're going up against Ken Waddlechuck there of the Oakland Athletics today. He's pitched 15 innings. He's only given up 22 hits, 17 earned runs. He's given up 7 home runs in 3 starts. Holy hell. And he's walked 7 batters. So I'll gladly, for my best bet of the day, back the best offense in baseball against a really poor pitcher. So it's the Cubs F5 team total over 2.5 for me. It's a no-brainer. In double play, we like to give out a parlay. You got a parlay over there?
Yeah, how about, it won't let me same game parlay. Maybe it's because I tried to do it with the F5. If I do a full game, hold on.
Okay.
Working on it. Okay, full game. If we go full game, I'll take the Pirates and the over 13.
So that's your parlay. Pirates money line over 13.
Right. Yeah, in the same game. Yeah, I'll get +264. I'll try that.
Okay. All right. For my best bet, I'm going to try and do a money line parlay. The Cubs aren't losing the Athletics. I just can't see that happening. And the Orioles aren't losing to Josiah Gray and those Nationals. So I think a Cubs-Orioles money line parlay at +186. You damn near get starting pitching and hitting advantage across the board in both of these matchups. So Cubs-Orioles money line parlay +186. Let me toss up our bets. I had them up on the screen. And then, of course, rapid fire. Let's talk all these games. We get some extra games to talk about due to some rainouts yesterday. Let's toss mine up here first. Yep.
No, I'm not on the YRFI for another challenge. I have the full game under, so I don't want runs in that woodworker.
Yeah, there shouldn't be around. I mean, 2 struggling offenses. I like the under in that Twins Red Sox play. So there you can see the plays that I've got yesterday. Workhorse going to go ahead and run back Jose Ramirez yesterday. We tried to get it in yesterday, but Mother Nature hurt us. Hopefully that doesn't happen again today. And he can smash Matthew Boyd like he always does. And then we'll do Lance Lynn and Boyd. We also tried to get those 2 guys in yesterday, but couldn't. Sale will add to it. And then Braves, Cubs, Marlins, F5 team total. And then Rangers, Royals. I didn't talk about that, but we're obviously going to get to it in rapid fire. System play for me. Simply put, system play for me. So I'll take the F5 over. Looks like you're on the F5.
Yep, yeah, expect runs there, especially from those starters. Mostly Urena, but also on the other side of that, I expect at least 3, 4 runs on average from both guys. So should have no problem there getting that 7. Could be done, as soon as the first or second inning, honestly. The Royals there, we both agreed on. We like that one.
Okay.
Toronto Blue Jays, I do like there against the Houston Astros to kind of avenge themselves after yesterday. And with Chris Bassett there as well, trying to go for those strikeouts that I had mentioned. And then Colorado Avalanche as my best bet of the entire day to take out the Seattle Kraken. I almost said the Seattle Seahawks. The Kraken, the hockey team. -130. Pay a little bit of juice, but it's so likely to happen. It's McKinnon's too competitive. That whole team, Rantanen and just everybody's too damn competitive on that team. So I can't see the Kraken winning that.
All right, cool. Make sure if you're going to back the Jose Ramirez play I gave out, G1 is game 1. You obviously want him against Matthew Boyd, and that kicks off rapid fire with the Guardians and Tigers with an over-under of 9. Guardians at -130, Tigers at +110. We both like the over. We both like the Tigers, right?
Yeah.
Phillies and White Sox over-under of 8. Phillies -120. White Sox are even money. This was the game yesterday. I said just take the over. I was looking to bet it. Obviously, it didn't end up happening. I'm curious to look at lineups. Like, if you look at the starters, you get Lance Lynn and Lucas Giolito going. Like, Giolito should get lit up by this offense that we talked about yesterday and how good they are. Lance Lynn, I expect to still get hit, but I'm just wondering what the Phillies lineup is going to be. So I'll say the over. I'm still going to stick with the over. I like the Phillies' money line up against Lance Lynn, but man, I'd like to see lineups.
Yeah, it's not a game that I'm overly. You're saying Giolito. I see Lance Lynn.
No, I know. I'm just talking. I don't know how Philly's going to
Oh,
work their lineup given it's a doubleheader. I mean, they could save some of their
got
good
it. Okay,
left-handers
okay.
for
Yeah,
Giolito.
I don't think I even noticed it was a doubleheader
I
today
mean,
on the
like you
White
mentioned
Sox.
yesterday. So you mentioned yesterday Kyle Schwarber,
It
right? I
is.
mean,
Okay, I didn't notice it was even a. Yeah.
yeah, they're playing 2 in Chicago today and 2 in Detroit, and that's the next game. Guardians Tigers straight doubleheader with an over/under of 8.5 in game 2. Guardians -125. Tigers +105. There's always those people too that believe you can't get swept in a doubleheader, and if you lose game 1, they'll chase game 2. Like, it's not a bad strategy. It is actually kind of works out, but this one right here, I'll take the Guardians, and I'll still take the over. I'm gonna still stick to the over there with another left hand. I mean, Tigers throwing 2 lefties. The Guardians will be ready.
Yeah, I'll go with it, but I don't think I ever dug into the game because I didn't see pictures for this one. I didn't.
Rays and Reds
Uh,
over under of 9.5. Rays -130. Reds +110. This was one of your underdog hit yesterday. I believe you were on those Reds, if I recall.
yeah, on the Reds, it was an 8-1. Yeah, that was good.
Eight.
That Taj Bradley or Taj Bradley, I don't know how you pronounce his first name, but seems like he's pretty damn good. So I would be a little
Yeah,
frightened to go against him today.
he's their number one. He's their number one prospect. He had a great MLB debut last time out. Yeah, I'm back in the Rays today. They actually hit Lodolo, or they hit left-handers really well. Lodolo is a tough one, so this one makes me think it could go under, but I don't want to bet the under. I just want to back the Rays today.
Sure.
Giants and Marlins over under of 8. Giants -105. Marlins -115. Just get 2 runs in the first 5. I've won Marlins. I mean, what are we talking about? I mean, I'm expecting them to hit Alex Wood. I'm just going to stick with the Marlins, see if they can't go back to back on the win column.
Yeah, one sec. There, I was just sending something out. Yes, the Marlins, yeah, with Cabrera, I like that. With the high strikeout rate of the Giants, I like that. And Pretty much, it looks like a coin flip on the surface. I don't think it totally is. I would back the Marlins on the money line.
That's how quick you can get the Hockey Squirrel's bets. Remember, he just said he sent something out? I just got a little notification here on my phone. That's how quick. Squirrel bets it. It popped right in on my phone. I got to bet this thing after the show. Thank you. Angels, Yankees, over under of 9. Angels are plus 125. Yankees are at minus 145. Give me the Yankees. Jose Suarez. Remember, we faded that bum last time out, and he got crushed. He's going to get crushed again by this Yankees lineup. Give me those Yankees.
Yeah, it wasn't a game I really looked into either. I guess, what are there? 17 games because of the double headers today. So there was a lot to pour over, and some of these things I just kind of skipped, to be honest with you. So no real opinion on
the
that.
dog days of summer. Remember how we did the show last year? It's like come July, you're like, I just threw this shit together. Like, I don't know, just bet it. Like, I don't even know, man. Just bet it. We're already April 18th, and it feels like we're skipping games. I like it. All right. Orioles and Nationals, over under of 9. Orioles coming at minus 145. Nationals at plus 125. I obviously like the Orioles. I've got them in a money line parlay, not with real money. In terms of a lean, I'm going to also back the over 9. Just nothing about Josiah Gray I like. Nothing about that kid.
Yeah, I would rather do the over than try to. Well, I would like the Orioles, but I think I like the over 9 better.
Yeah. Twins and Red Sox, over under of 8.5. Twins minus 115. Red Sox minus 105. I'm coming along on your under. I like the under 8.5 in that game, which I think 10, 15 minutes ago, wasn't it at 9? I think it just fell to 8.5.
Yeah, I got 9. I think at minus 110.
Yeah, that just fell to 8.5.
Sitting really well on that. The money line here has been very back and forth as to agreement, like which way the market is actually kind of sliding. It's very, very flip floppy. So I'm not interested in picking a side, but the under is where you want to be there, I believe.
Phillies and White Sox game 2 with an over-under of 8.5. Phillies plus 110. White Sox are at minus 130. This one's an easy over. White Sox get a left-hander, and Phillies just crush right-handed pitching. And you get Giolito, who is, man, he is falling off the mountain he was on 2 years ago. Easy over here in game 2, 8.5.
Sure.
Rangers and Royals, over-under of 9. Rangers minus 125. Royals plus 105. We both like the Royals. I assume we both like the over, too?
Let me see. Yes.
Diamondbacks, Cardinals, over-under of 8. Diamondbacks plus 140. Cardinals minus 165. And Diamondbacks aren't getting it done today against Jordan Montgomery. I'm going to go ahead. This is a bullpen. This Dre Jameson guy, he doesn't go deep. So I'm taking the under, but I'm taking the Cardinals on the run line. I'm painting myself into a box. Cardinals run line under 8.
I don't know about the run line. Ah, man. Yeah, but do you want to pay minus 170 for that either? Minus 160? I could get it minus 160.
I think it's a good parlay piece. I think the Cardinals
Sure.
money line is a
Roll
good
with
parlay.
that. Yeah.
Yeah. Blue Jays and Astros. You obviously like the Blue Jays at basically even money. There's an over-under of 9. I now see minus 105 Blue Jays, minus 115 Astros. I'm going over. Over.
I didn't pick a total. I just like the Blue Jays. I don't know what the score is going to be, but I just like the Jays.
Pirates and Rockies, we both know, or everybody knows, you like over 13, and you like minus 110 up against minus 110. You obviously like the Pirates in that scenario.
I do like the Pirates there.
How can you back Jose Urena? I mean, even though he burned me last outing, I can't back that bum. Yeah, it's an easy over.
Yeah, because you're going to have those like occasional things that but
my friend,
you have no reason to believe that the career-long stats are going to be any different going forward.
You know Matt Harvey. You know how he like hung in the MLB like for an extra 3 years. They pop up. They give you that one good start. They want to tease you that they still got the ability, but then the next 10 are dog shit. I mean, that's what it was. He had his good start against the Cardinals. He went 5 strong for Jose Urena. Like, put it on the mantle for him. That's a damn good start. It's not happening today in back-to-back starts. So I'm with you. I would just take the over, and I don't care about who wins that game because Velasquez ain't all that good in his own right. He's an ex-White Sox pitcher.
Right. No, I know. That's why I tried to take the particularly the first 5, which is trying to fade both pitchers there. But I think Pirates come out on top of that.
Cubs and Athletics, over under of 8. Cubs minus 180. Athletics plus 155. Just stick to the Cubs on a money line parlay. And don't worry
You'll
about
hate
the
me. I'll
total.
go heads up with you. I'll take the Athletics.
Okay,
Hate me
you're
for
taking
it.
Ken Waddlechuck. How'd that work out yesterday?
Waldichuk.
Whatever.
Waldichuk.
How did that work out yesterday? How did our head-to-head go yesterday, you know?
Not on every game, but I think some of them were postponements and stuff too. So
Oh, okay, so we don't have the stats. Okay, good.
we don't, unfortunately.
I don't think it
But
went well
it's
for me.
all on video. You can go back. You can look at yesterday. Just look at the rapid fire section of yesterday.
Onwards and up, brother. Onwards and up. I'm looking to kick that door down and have myself a big day and cash some bets. Braves and Padres with an over-under of 7.5. Braves come in at -130. Padres come in at +110. Yeah, I want the Braves. Snell's going to melt. And Padres actually don't even hit right-handers all that well. And they're going to get a tough one.
Well, that's good that they don't hit them because I have the under 7.5 there. I like Strider. Obviously, you can expect strikeouts from both guys. I was just a little bit worried with Snell's walk rates and stuff that he would be the guy to screw up. So if you're going to be on a team, though, probably the Braves. Yeah.
Yeah, to me, it's
not trying to
Braves.
fade Spencer Strider. Why would you?
Man, that total. Snell could wreck that total. To me, I would gravitate towards the Braves, but I hear you. All right, Brewers and Mariners over under of 8. Brewers +135. Mariners at -155. Everybody's just going to back Logan Gilbert here, so I'll take the Brewers. They swing the bats way better than the Mariners. I'll take the Brewers.
Yeah, I'm not real sure about Colin Ria. Don't know anything. Is he pretty new? I've never heard the name.
Yeah, he's newish. I remember looking him up.
I do like Logan Gilbert, but the problem is the price at -150. So,
Right. Exactly.
in terms of just a value play, I'll try the Brewers.
Brewers. All right, and last game, Mets Dodgers over under of 8.5. Mets +140. Dodgers -165. I'm taking the Mets. I don't see anything out of Kershaw these days that gives me hype. And then you know who has the worst bullpen opponent's batting average? Dodgers. I'm taking the Mets.
Yeah, I took the Mets yesterday and won against the Dodgers. A high-scoring game though, 8-6, but cashed I think a +135 there. So I'll go ahead and do that again today.
All right, and that's how we're doing it here on the Tuesday episode here of the Payoff Pitch. Again, it's live every single day at 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Lock in these bets. Looks like some good winners over there on the left-hand side of your screen. Come on back for tomorrow. See how we'll preview the Wednesday slate and give you guys some bets along the way. Good luck today, fellas, with your bets. Enjoy all the action. Have a good one.
See you later.